People who believe that a weapon is responsible for murder will never be satisfied until they ban everything. In what could be the most ridiculous idea in the history of policing, London Mayor Sadiq Khan has a new target after his city surpassed New York City in murders. Mayor Khan wants to ban knives. The question should be asked of him: what happens when people start using bats, or chains, or knives carved from soap? Are you going to ban all of those items in a desperate attempt to avoid admitting that you, and liberals like you, have been incorrect all along? It is not the weapon, but the person committing the crime that is responsible for a murder. No excuses. There is never a reason to carry a knife. Anyone who does will be caught, and they will feel the full force of the law, Mayor Khan said on Twitter on Sunday. The mayor included a link to his detailed plan to combat knife crime. Boosting police power. A new violent crime task force of 120 officers has been created using additional funding from City Hall, announced by the mayor in February. The task force will focus solely on violent crime, weapon-enabled crime and serious criminality. The Met Police has introduced targeted patrols with extra stop and search powers for areas worst affected by knife crime. The mayor is protecting the number of frontline police officers on London streets by investing £110 million in the Met Police. Police made more than 900 arrests during Operation Winter Nights in November and December, taking more than 350 weapons off London streets, preventing future violence. In February, Mayor created the £45 million Young Londoners Fund to help steer young people away from violent crime. Knife wands are now available for every school in London to help keep young people safe, with 150 schools so far taking up the offer. The widely shared London Needs You Alive campaign brings together role models and youth influencers to send a positive message to young people that they shouldn't put their lives at risk by carrying a knife. The mayor's granted £7 million to projects to combat youth violence across London and £250,000 to community groups and grassroots initiatives. The mayor is working to bring in more safer schools officers to help to drive down knife crime in schools. Action plans underway in June. The mayor published the Knife Crime Strategy, a package of tough and comprehensive measures to tackle knife crime, taking in views from bereaved families and victims. It was the first by a London mayor. He hosted an education knife crime summit in 2016, bringing together Ofsted, educators, the Met and families to work on anti-knife crime education in schools. Every London borough now has its own knife crime action plan to tackle violence locally, created in partnership with the Met City Hall Summit. The mayor has invited the Home Secretary, London MPs, council leaders and assembly members from across London to a City Hall Summit on Tuesday, 10 April, about tackling violent crime on the city's streets. Politicians from across political parties and the capital are being invited to City Hall to be briefed by the mayor and Met Police Commissioner Cressida Dick about the action being taken against the current spate of violence. London has some of the strictest gun laws in England, and because of that, there are not many gun crimes in the city. But those gun laws did not stop dozens from being murdered. It is incomprehensible that someone in power believes that banning another weapon is going to change anything. The mayor should ban murder in London. He should also ban drugs and gangs. But those things are against the law now, and, surprise, criminals do not obey the law. The mayor did say that he has asked the police to increase stop and search, comparable to stop and frisk that was banned in New York City, to help combat the murders. I have over the last 2 years said to the police, be confident in intelligence-led stop and search, to be confident in the body-worn camera protecting you against complaints that could be made, but also protecting the public as well, he told The Telegraph. What you will see over the course of the next few weeks and months is what we have seen over the last few weeks and months, which is stop and search based on suspicion of carrying an offensive weapon going up. More arrests as a consequence of this intelligence-led stop and search going up, and hopefully our city becoming safer, he said. These bans will never work as they are intended because criminals don't follow the laws. The best chance to keep citizens safe is to allow them to arm themselves and give them a chance to fight back.